Strength through will is how we can reverse the perversion of values that have been instilled in you, in me, and all our brethren, insidiously through generations of ancestral oppression. Though it stood with as much superhuman endurance as anyone could, it left a deep impression. Invisible scars that have caused us to devolve into a state of unconsciousness so malignant, we've nearly forgotten we're not a problem to be solved. We always been the solution they seek to dissolve, with the illusion of ties that bind us to a system that blinds, of most vicious design, which is to free no man. Only together, through sharing of wisdom, can we heal the wounds of division, forever sealing that evil incision, and finally deprogram.
Ain't nobody here judging me but these kids. So fuck it.
Yeah.
But I had lost somebody who very important to me last year. He for one, he was a wrestling fan. And I'm a wrestling fan because of him. You know what I'm saying? Like my stepdaddy was he raised me since I was 2 years old.
So hold up before we go deep. I gotta ask this because I know a little bit about wrestling. That used to be my thing back in the day. Who was his favorite wrestler before we go any further?
His favorite wrestler was John Cena and Ric Flair.
Okay. The nature boy.
Nature boy. Yeah. He was the first person that I seen that even as a young person, I've seen that didn't care about good and bad. You know what I'm saying? Like my stepdad, like he would cheer for the bad guy because that was his guy. Like most of us, we'd be like, oh, he a bad dude. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's fucked up. He did, you know what I'm saying? But he was the first person that I saw celebrate a bad guy. And I was like, it made me look into people deeper. That was the first lesson I got in looking at, not judge the book by its cover.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay, let me ask you this. Cause I know my wrestling history. So since your stepdaddy was a Ric Flair fan, I hope you know what I'm finna ask you. All right, check this out. This is a wrestling question. We finna tap into it. Name the original 4 horsemen.
The original 4 horsemen.
Absolutely.
Was Ric Flair.
Number 1.
R.M.J.R. Anderson.
Number 2.
Ole Anderson.
Number 3.
Tully Blanchard.
Number 4.
And J.J. Dillon was the manager.
Boy, you own it. You own it. If it's about Ric Flair, I gotta ask that question.
Yeah, man. He was the original. And you know what's crazy? When I first seen Ric Flair, I remember I was a kid. He took us to a show and I seen him step back from behind the curtain. I told my brother, I said, man, that's Ric Flair right there. Nigga had the suit on, like he was for real. Like that was the first time I seen diamonds. You know what I'm saying? Real diamonds. And I looked at Ric Flair, and then I would look at like some of my uncles and look at my granddad and see how they move. I said, damn, that's crazy. Like all them niggas the same, like flashy, like they like to flash and just look nice, dress nice. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I'm gonna be. That's how I'm gonna be.
Yeah. Hey, so you get the flashiness and the persona. I knew it came from somewhere.
Yeah.
So tap into the Johncena, and then you can go into your stepfather. Cause see, I like to give people back history on if you mention Ric Flair, I gotta ask you about the 4 horsemen, and now tap into Johncena, and don't be surprised of a question I might have.
Well, see, Johncena, that was my steppop's favorite wrestler. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ric Flair and Johncena. Ric Flair was one of my favorites, and then Geno Hernandez was like the other one. Like it was a wrestler named Geno Hernandez.
So wrestling, you're heavily influenced by wrestling.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So why you didn't? Let me ask you this. This is gonna sound silly. Why you didn't go with a black dude, man? Why you ain't go with my boy Tony Atlas? Why you ain't go with Tony?
I mean, we don't know if he was black or not. You know what I'm saying? Because he called himself the handsome. Yeah, I ain't talking about Tony Atlas. I'm talking about Geno Hernandez. He called himself the handsome half breed. So we don't know if he had some black in there.
Oh, hey man, teach me, man. Teach me, man. Hey man, hey, I ain't messed up with it. I don't know anything.
Yeah. But yeah, man, you know, I like Tony Atlas too. But yeah, man, I always anything in sports, even within football and shit, like Deionsanders was my favorite football player. Like everybody's like, man, Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith. Like now,
prime time.
It's Neon. It's prime time. It's Neon Deion. You know what I'm saying? Like I just the most athletic, the most flamboyant, the most flashy, but can back it up though.
Okay, hold up. Cause hey, Prime is my guy. Prime been my guy since I was yay high. I got some Prime questions for you. You ready?
Right. Yep.
All right, check this out. What college did this should be easy? What college did Prime come out of?
Florida State.
Okay. What number did Prime? All right. What number did Prime wear at Florida State?
21.
No, sir. I got
him. He wear 21?
No, sir. I got him. Let me know when you're ready for the answer.
I'm ready. Number 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You halfway. So let's go.
You got me.
Okay. It wasn't to get you, but I gotta ask good questions. Okay. What 2 teams? Listen carefully. What 2 teams drafted Prime from Florida State? Cause Prime is my guy.
Atlanta and Kansas City.
Atlanta who?
The Falcons.
And who else?
The Kansas City Royals.
You halfway right. Let me know when you're ready for the answers.
I'm ready.
Atlanta Falcons is correct. But Prime was drafted by the New York Yankees.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Prime.
They traded him. Yeah.
Prime, my guy, man. Prime is my guy. So, last Prime question. This is a more up-to-date question. So, let's see if you're ready. What college does Prime coach for right now?
I just seen that shit earlier too.
I got it.
Which one?
Jackson State University.
Man, what's crazy, look, I knew that because I just read an article about how he just had foot surgery.
Okay, let me ask you this. This is a redeeming question. What name does Deionsanders go by as a coach? Because it's a very specific name. I help you out, man. Deionsanders only wants to be called Coach Prime.
Coach Prime.
Hey, Deion mess with himself, man.
Hey, he cold-blooded, dog. That's what I'm saying. How can you not like Deion?
Hey, man, prime time, man.
He command and demand respect. He commanded and demanded.
Hey, man. See, hey, let me fill all the podcasters and the journalists in on something. When you do an interview, you never know where it might go, and you always want to be prepared. Be a good journalist, and it'll help you in some interviews. That's my game for today.
Hey.
So That was the Deion segment. So let's go back to Johncena. I like when it's a subject that I'm very astute in. I like to go deep on that.
Right.
So Johncena, because I'm gonna be honest with Johncena, I know a little bit, but you gonna teach me about Johncena.
Okay, I'm gonna teach you about Johncena, and also I will be coming up with a new podcast. I'm gonna be doing old school wrestling review. I'll be having guests on there. I'll be trying to do what my brother doing right here.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Ain't no trying. You gonna do
informing the people, and you know what I'm saying, having fun. But
hey man, I got one request though.
What's that?
Man, I gotta be on there, man. Wrestling was
Wrestling
was my thing, man.
Come on, let's talk about it.
Now, new wrestling, I kind of fell off. But if we talk about the old schoolers,
we're talking about the old school.
Okay.
We can talk about some shit we can relate to.
That's my thing. So school me on Johncena, because I was out of touch.
Okay, so Johncena, right? So Johncena, he started off as a good guy, or really good guy. Like the kids love him, the women love, everybody loved him from 8 to 80. Everybody loved Johncena because he was a handsome white guy, kind of resembled Mark Wahlberg a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I know that part, but you right on that.
And what he did was he capitalized on he capitalized on the fact that, like, white people want to be close to urban culture, right?
True.
It's like going to the zoo. Like, going to the zoo is safe. You can see a lion and a tiger behind the glass, and you can go home and say, "Hey, you see a lion and a tiger?" You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to go into the jungle and fuck with no lions and no tigers and shit.
Nah, that wouldn't be wise.
Johncena represented that frame of thinking into a wrestling fan. Like, okay, I'm gonna wear the urban clothes. I'm gonna wear the throwback jerseys. I'm gonna come out freestyling, rapping. You know what I'm saying? And it just caught the imagination of every white young person, and he just blew up.
Okay, I got a question. I think I remember, and you quote me if I'm wrong. Didn't Johncena do his own theme song?
He did his own theme song, and he came out with an album. I think that motherfucker went platinum too.
Wow. So, okay.
Yeah.
Tell the people what was the name of his theme song.
Oh, damn.
So don't tell me. I don't tell
it's
me.
My time. The champ is here, or my time is now, or something like that.
Yeah. You can't see me. The time is now.
The time is now. Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing with Johncena is, it's kind of like a social experiment. Like, wrestling sometimes can be a social experiment if you watch it, because it'll put out different characters to see before the world is ready for it. Like, I'm gonna get back to this, but President Trump, right?
Yeah.
When he was running for president, he was saying some crazy ass shit, wasn't he?
Absolutely.
He was saying some crazy shit. That nigga was saying shit like, grab him by the pussy and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just saying shit like that on the trail to the White House. Like, okay, a normal person would think, like, hold on one second.
How do you bid?